Welcome to get to know the speakers of Digital Confex. Today we have with us Genna Khudilaynen, game designer and reviewer, Monkey Strike Games. He will be speaking on the topic Indie Showcase, celebrating innovation and creativity in gaming during the Gaming and Animation Conference happening at Park Plaza Amsterdam Airport in Amsterdam on 29th May 2024. Hi Jenna, welcome to the chat show.
Hi, thank you for having me. Yeah,
Uh,
it's nice to be here. Thank you.
It was our pleasure to invite you on our conference and chat. So Genna, please give us a brief introduction of yourself and your field of expertise for our audience.
Sure. I'm maybe better known online as Mr. Wooden Sheep. It's my YouTube alias. I've been doing YouTube for about 12 years now, producing a variety of different types of comedy gaming videos. But I also for about 10 years have been reviewing games. Um, and Recently I've decided I want to start developing games, and so I co-founded Monkey Strike Games. It's a brand new studio. We haven't released a new game yet. We're hoping to do that soon enough. So it's kind of a newer endeavor for me, but I think some of my skills should hopefully carry over, and I'm very excited for that new adventure, honestly.
Yeah. So how excited are you for our event?
I'm excited. Honestly, it was quite a surprise. I've never spoken at a conference before, and you guys reached out to me and invited me. And Yeah, it was honestly shocking, but I think it'll be fun. I think that at a lot of developer conferences, you maybe don't have like people who have my perspective, I guess, from the YouTube and review angle, which I think can kind of bring some sort of new information for people to consider maybe. Yeah, and my adventures with actually developing games and starting a studio are fresh in my mind. They're new, so maybe I'm not as experienced as other people in that regard. But my lessons are new. I'm like learning from fresh, new information, modern kind of tips on how to do all these things. So I think it's gonna be different. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, we would be hoping that your first experience will become enriched with great networking sessions happening in our conference. So moving forward, I have a few questions for you today. My first question is, what do you think makes indie games more special?
Well, I think the interesting thing about indie games, I wouldn't say more special. I think AAA, AA, indie all have their own benefits and negatives. I think something that makes indie games special, though, is if we're going traditional terms for indie games because it's evolved throughout the years. It's self-published, so no publisher, so there's more room to take risks, for example, regarding trying unconventional things with the design or art style or anything like that. I also think that if we're going with the traditional indie team, the budget is typically lower, the teams are usually smaller, so it has developers think from a different perspective, prioritizing different things. And so a lot of the times you'll cut corners, because we have a small team, we can't have this beautifully animated character. And with that comes constraints, and with that comes creative freedom, forced creativity. Um, which I think can also be a very beautiful thing a lot of the times. So it's kind of just a different way of thinking about creating games.
Yeah, I think it sounds exciting. So, as you earlier told us that you also are in YouTube. So, tell us how this experience of yours helped in developing games, as you already told us that you are also a reviewer in YouTube.
How does it help with developing games? Well, again, I guess going back to perspective, it's just a different angle at coming at developing games. So while I may not have many years of experience developing them, I know what it's like to be a consumer, but also what it's like to be a critical reviewer because I break the games apart, I analyze them, I very regularly follow forums, and I really try to see what people want, what people don't like about a game, what people like about a game. A lot of the times people will say that they dislike something about a game, but it's not really what they dislike. There's something deeper that they're not figuring out themselves. And so as a reviewer, I think you also need to build those same skills to truly understand what makes a game tick. Um, and so I think that kind of having that experience will carry over to development as well. Uh, and I think it's beneficial as for a developer to also kind of think from that perspective and understand what the consumer wants and what reviewers want from a game as well. So,
So tell us about your favorite part about developing games.
my favorite part, well, firstly, I love working with people. There's a lot of solo developers nowadays, which is awesome also in its own different way. But I really thrive bouncing my ideas off of other people that are as creative and talented and nice, and it brings the atmosphere up. Um, so I think developing games, one of the most rewarding things is being in a team that you really trust and appreciate. And then also just the challenges that come on a daily basis that you can't foresee. Um, you will never understand, you'll never be able to properly expect what problems will crop up, either just technical bugs or maybe just design challenges. Something might not work out the way you intended it, and you realize we need to kind of completely rework something, or people don't like a thing that you've been working on for a month. So it's very volatile, and it's something you kind of always have to be packing back into a box and making it work at the end. And a lot of the times people will still hate it at the end, no matter how long you've worked. So, but it is super rewarding, I think, super fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it sounds quite exciting, your whole experience. So my next question will be, tell us about any recent game that you have reviewed in your YouTube channel and what's the special thing about that game?
Let me see. So since I've been doing game development more on as my main focus, my reviews have gone down a little bit, my focus on them. The last game I reviewed, I think was Banisher's Ghosts of New Eden, which I think was a very fun game. It was published by, I think, Focus Home Entertainment. Underrated. It was a modern God of War like, so these kind of like this close third person perspective. And I really enjoyed it. I remember the story was very touching. It's by the developers who made Life is Strange. Um, it was quite an emotional and fun game. I don't think it was perfect by any means, but it was fun. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the main thing, I think. Enjoy the games.
Yeah,
So
of course.
my
It's
next question
personal.
will be any game that you are exciting to review in recent year, like that will be launching soon.
Um, Let me think. There's so many games, and of course I can't think of a single one now. Let me see. Games coming out in 2024. Do you have any particular one that maybe I might agree with? I don't know, do you game yourself?
Yeah, I also played games. I have played my many games. I think I am excited for GTA 6 right now. I think that
Yeah,
will
of
be
course.
releasing next year. I think not this year, but
I'm
yeah,
hoping we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, no, I would love to play GTA 6.
yeah,
Um, the new Prince of Persia that just got announced looked really cool. The one by
yeah. I
the Dead
think
Cells developers. It
yeah. I
looked
have
so
played
cool.
the all the previously three parts. I think the old ones. I
Yeah,
used
I
to
love
play
the
them
old
a lot.
ones with
Yeah,
the third person ones. Those were awesome.
yeah,
Warriors Within was the
yeah,
best soundtrack.
yeah. I think yeah. So my
Yeah.
last question for today will be: tell us about your any hobbies related, any hobbies or you like to do in your pastime other than game.
Related
Yeah.
other than games.
Yeah, that you would
Uh, I
tell us.
I love music. I really love music. I play drums. I professionally, I guess, learned drums. Um, I love video making. Obviously, kind of as we know from YouTube, I've made like short comedy films. I love acting. Um, I've taken part in plays as the lead role in musicals, which was also very surprising. Um, so lesson learned for everyone. Just opportunities just come out of nowhere. Sometimes it's kind of fun to just say yes and do it. Um, yeah, I love voice acting whenever I can. If someone makes an animation or something, I always say yes. Or in some of my games, I've been doing that as well. So yeah, I just like creating things.
Yeah. So thanks, Anna. It was great connecting with you, and I am thrilled with your excitement to join our conference. So, any words for our participants who will be joining this conference?
I'm just looking forward to meeting anyone who shows up. I think it'll be fun. It seems like a cozy conference. It seems like relatively not as chaotic as the other bigger ones. So I think it's gonna be fun to just talk to people and connect.
Yeah, great, good to know. Thanks for your time today, and to all the
Thank you.
participants. Don't miss this session happening on Gaming and Animation Confex on 29th May 2024, presented by Digital Confex. Get a great chance to connect with him in person. See you soon, Genna.
See you.